When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan State's offense will have the football first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not good. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Just make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to an...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's the first sack of the day. But I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Stealing a score on special teams. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have him back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grab behind the line. It's Grove. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Back to throw, it's Locke. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football, I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Collier. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week.
There he goes! The 10! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the catch. It's Gore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a 3rd down, and guess what, nowadays 4th down,
and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Spartans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Using his legs, it's Payne.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Hauls it in. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Graham. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Snags it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds a man on the right. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying it.
Turning it on. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this
touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's locked. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Spartans will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me.
Touchdown, Ohio State! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's locked. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the returner will be knocked down. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Shoots his way for more. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's locked. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They boot it away on fourth down. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got his man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Looking deep. Holds it in on the left. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Spartans will boot it away to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone. Touchback, they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. They'll leave it with him. Picks up the first down. Oh, a lot of space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Williams. Still on his feet at the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There he goes. Still on his feet. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air, it's Jean-Pierre. Here comes the heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
It's complete. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Michigan State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll go to the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. He's down at the 48.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And how about that play by that... that mountain of a man on the defensive front.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered.
He's going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. That's caught, it's Williams. Smashes ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles. And at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
The short hands, it's Cobb. He'll work his way down to the 28.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone, and they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. Here's the pressure. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On the ground, it's Payne. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.